Tired of tattoo chairs that squeak, wobble, and feel like you're tattooing someone on a folding chair from 1982? Say goodbye to imported pain and hello to the Chariot Tattoo Chair, the only throne fit for an artist and their canvas. Crafted right here in the good old US of A, this chair is more American than a bald eagle riding a Harley through a fireworks show. No tariffs, no shipping delays, just pure ergonomic freedom. We're talking lumbar support that'll cradle your client's spine like it owes them money, armrests that adjust faster than your last relationship, and a 360-degree swivel that'll have you spinning like a DJ at a block party. Stop torturing your back and your client's dignity. Upgrade to the Chariot Tattoo Chair because your art deserves better than a glorified bar stool. The Chariot Tattoo Chair. Sit proud, ink loud.
This is the chairman and the artist, where vision meets creation. Let's talk. Everybody, this is Rafael back from the chairman and the artist. Today we got a new artist. His what's your name, homie?
My artist name, I go by Big Jules.
Big Jules. Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Reno.
You're from
right
Reno,
here.
Nevada.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna introduce Big Jules from Reno, Nevada. He's a local musician, I would say rapper. You do rapping?
Yep, I'm a rapper.
Okay, so this is Jules from Reno, Nevada, and then we're going to find out what's his dreams, his triumphs, and you know how many times he's been running from the police, if he's been running from the police, that kind of stuff, you know, anything that makes a good fun story. So how was this Cinco de Mayo for you?
It was good actually. I got to perform at the Best of Show, Lowrider Show.
Where was that at?
It was at the Reno Sparks Convention Center.
Oh, at the fucking South Virginia?
Yes, right next to the Atlantis.
Oh shit, they did it over there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the second annual.
Second annual?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
They actually let Mexicans in that place. Because the last time I seen a lot of Mexicans there was when they were having all la cumbias, all those grupos. But
Right.
I didn't know they were doing the lowrider scene over there.
Yeah, no, it was good turnout. It was big. I actually got to perform for the first time with my daughter.
Oh, fucking cool.
Yeah, it was her first time performing on stage also.
How old is your daughter?
She's 16.
How the fuck are you?
I'm 39, just turned 39.
So you're 39. When did you start playing the game of the rapping music or?
To be honest, I started writing raps when I was like 12 years old.
You started
Making my own songs when I was like 12 years old, rapping over like Bone Thugs and Harmony beats, Tupac beats. You know, what I mean, any instrumental I can get a hold of, I would just kind of rap over it.
Oh, cool. So you get to play with a computer, you get to play with GarageBand or stuff like that?
No, actually, I use Studio One Pro. Most of my beats that I have or most of the songs that I have released, I made the beats.
Oh, you make the beats too?
Yeah.
That shit is not easy, homie.
Yeah,
That's
not.
a whole different little monster right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So you do the beats, then you also do your writing,
Yep.
and you rap it. So
Yep.
you're triple performer.
Yeah, and I also mix and master my own music too.
Oh, cool.
So
Is the music industry, is it going pretty independent, or do you still have to sign with a big label?
no, to be honest, a lot of people nowadays are independent, doing stuff right out of their garage. Most of my songs were done like in my room or like in a garage.
So there is less chance of having somebody fuck you over in the long run. Like a lot of the music industry, you know, we watch, like Vaca was telling me he watched that movie, what was it, NWA?
Yeah,
You know, I used to envy those guys and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but you watch that movie, apparently they were getting fucked over and shit like that. And
oh yeah,
getting ripped off, and this whole time we're thinking these guys are banking like a motherfucker.
oh yeah, and most of them were broke.
Yeah, or you know, the guy that's banking is the guy over there doing the easy jet, the promoting and
Yeah,
and this and that. He's not even producing or doing anything.
yep,
But nowadays, that power is in your hands.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now with the technology, you can record, do anything. You don't even got to leave your house.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean? You could become a millionaire now, and even have to leave your house.
yeah. Because you know, when it comes to like music, you see some of the famous guys, and I don't think I want to be famous to where people recognize you everywhere. and you can't really enjoy it. And the ones that really were enjoying the money, but they were out there, were like the writers, the beat writers,
Right.
because nobody sees them performing. You don't know what they look
Yeah,
like.
they're behind the scenes. You can go out in public and no one recognize you, but you still
Yeah, you're
are
still
reaping the benefits.
you still got the big bank and this and
Yeah,
that. Then you
yeah.
can still go to the big events.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, and everybody knows your name there,
Yeah.
but not the public.
Yeah, I mean, especially nowadays, like, everyone's got a camera wherever you go. If you're famous, you're
Yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah,
captured doing
yeah.
something stupid.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
They got me on film
Or they
doing.
make you look stupid.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
don't
ever-
even have to necessarily.
you ever
do
had somebody
anything
do that?
stupid. No, not really. The closest I've had was somebody like create a profile with my picture and stuff, acting like me. Like on Instagram or something.
On
but
Instagram, was
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit?
fake
You're like-
profiles.
and you're like, motherfucker, who is this? I gotta hunt them down. Did you reported them, or how'd you get rid of them?
No, I think other people reported them. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but I didn't really see it again after like a week or something like that.
That must have been cool. Like, man, fuckers want to be famous like me.
Yeah, kind of. It was like
Motherfuckers
really,
like me
people-
so much they
yeah,
actually
gotta,
want to be.
create a profile, to act like me. So no. I thought it was funny. I didn't really think too much of it.
But these
people know when
motherfuckers
it's
can
a
hurt
fake
you too.
profile,
I mean,
huh?
they
Yeah, they
start
could.
posting shit that you're not up to, or they start, writing stuff, things
Right.
that you didn't even say, or
Right. Yeah.
or
Yeah. I mean, I guess I wasn't important enough for them to continue. Yeah, I mean. So.
Yeah, they stole my fucking my Instagram. I was just beginning to feel like Moses. I had 18,000 followers. I was like, damn, I have to be responsible for all these fuckers. I felt like Moses. I had to lead him through the desert. And then all of a sudden the chariots came and destroyed all my clients. They hacked my fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I have to start fucking all over from scratch.
Right.
It kind of sucked, but oh well, I
Yeah,
gotta keep going.
sometimes in life you do just got to start over from scratch.
And do
for
you
the
got
better.
others playing with you guys, participating, or it's just you alone?
Oh, as far as the show?
Yeah.
The show went? No, it was me, Honey was there, Flaco. I think Flaco was on your show before.
Yeah.
It's basically Famous Empire Entertainment.
That's the group?
Yeah, it's a bunch of us. The homie El Tio, he's a up and coming Mexican rapper. He raps in all Spanish.
And here in Reno.
Yep.
It's fucking cool because for the longest time I didn't even think there was a music scene in Reno.
Oh, it's getting big.
It's getting well now that we can do it out of the fucking garage.
Exactly.
You don't have to go drive all the way to Hollywood
Yep.
to get into a studio. You can make your own studio.
Yeah.
They let out the trade secrets the same way they probably let out the trade secrets in the tattoo industry. They let out how you can make your own little studio
Right.
in your
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. Just from technology, I was able to connect with other artists from different cities that you're not even in. You know what I mean? Through technology, I was able to. When I was a kid, I used to listen to Clica One a lot. It's a group from Vegas. I don't know if you ever heard of them before, but
Probably on Spotify. You know how
Yeah.
Spotify goes
Yeah,
crazy after
yeah.
you start listening to Quinto Sol or
yeah. So
or
when I was a
Cartel.
kid, when I first started writing music, they were one of my influences growing up as far as the rap I listened to, the rap I would how I would like to write. And years down the line, just a few years ago when I was in my 30s, I was able to link up with one of those artists that I used to memorize his lyrics,
And now you're hanging out with that homie.
and went down to Vegas and did a music video with him, was chilling with him in his house. It was surreal.
It's fucking cool, huh?
Yeah, and like you said, that was all done through connecting over the internet, over Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it can help you and it can hurt you, but for the most part, it's definitely helped me. Is getting my stuff out there, connecting with people.
I mean, that's the coolest thing about Instagram. I get one client and it's like, hey, maybe I should ask this fucker. You know what? I'm just going to send him a message.
Yeah.
And you just send him a message, and most likely if he responds or doesn't respond, but you have the hopes up.
Yep.
You can look up famous people, and if you're following them or they're following you, you can actually send them a message. Worst case scenarios, one of their secretaries is answering. But a lot of times it's them that is answering.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? I can actually get a hold of J-Lo or get a hold up Snoop Dogg or any of these motherfuckers, and
Yeah, pretty much.
they're really talking back to you.
Right.
That kind of shit was not. There was no way that you could do that back in the 80s or 90s.
No.
You know.
No, not at all. Like even how you sell your music, you just put it online and stream it, and
We got a motorcycle in the house. Okay.
back in the day, you had to print copies, sell them out of your trunk.
Yeah, I got a couple of CDs or fucking disc
Yeah.
from a couple of rappers in town that
Right.
they would just, hey, yeah, I'll sell you one. How much? $1? Okay,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I still play them and this
Yeah.
and that. I don't know if
Yeah.
this kid
Yeah.
ever became famous or
Yeah.
not.
Well, I'm old school too. I still have CDs. I honestly I like the sound better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's also like it's so cool. Like you're like I started from a fucking trunk of a car,
Yeah.
and now I'm going digital. I'm
Yep.
selling, and now with the digital, you're not just selling to Reno. You're selling
to the world.
to the
streams.
world.
Yeah.
You know, anybody that is listening to Spotify or where you at?
I'm on all streaming platforms.
All of them?
Yep, I'm on
Puta madre.
Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, YouTube Music. It's on everything.
Ah, that's fucking cool, homie.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm only signed up with Sony. I'm only signed up with this
Right.
guy," and it
Yeah.
was the radios playing you.
Yep.
I don't even know if people are listening to the radio as much as they're listening to,
Right.
all this custom music. You got YouTube Music,
Right.
Spotify, and like you said, all the other ones that I don't know shit about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big time musician. I go way off. I listen to death metal.
Right.
And Spotify is probably one of the best fucking cool things because this fucker leads you to another rabbit hole, and then you start discovering
Yeah.
other music
Yeah,
and
it
stuff like
suggests
that.
music to you, and I
Mhm.
found a lot of music like that too. I found a lot of new artists that way too, that I
Yeah.
never heard before.
Man, and what about do you perform only here in Reno, or you go to other states or countries?
No, actually, I've only performed here in Reno.
Are you planning to spread out and go see what Sacramento's like?
Yeah, maybe eventually. I've shot music videos in other states.
Oh, you do also video graphic, or you?
No, the homie
you-
Flaco.
Oh,
records
he's the one that does the
He
videos,
records all my music videos.
and you're the rapping and everything, and then
Yep.
he puts it together.
Yep, yeah. We actually he went with me to Vegas to record with Bad Boy from Clica One, a song called They Say. We also went down to L.A. and recorded a song with the artist named Little Cuete. He's pretty well known. But yeah, anytime I got a video, he rolls with me and we get it done.
Fuck, man, and we didn't know that Flaco. We just thought he was a barber.
Oh, he's a badass videographer.
Yeah,
He's a badass
we're
videographer.
learning more and more. You guys are exposing this guy more and more because, just like you, I don't know you at all. This is the first time I met you.
Yep.
I
mean, technically, I got tattooed in your shop like over 20 years ago.
damn, many months ago, a Stingray.
Yeah, at Stingray.
Who did it?
Mickey.
Mickey. Oh man, he
R.I.P.
passed away.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Mickey.
yeah.
Yeah. So you went to the shop a long time ago.
Long time ago. Yep. I got tattooed there after that also by Art.
Okay, I remember. Yeah, Art.
Yep.
Art Toscano. He's
Yep.
over there. I wonder if
Invictus.
he's still over there at Invictus.
Yeah,
if he's
Invictus.
over there on Vassar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, man, my shop was fun, man. We had all
Yeah.
kinds of artists, all
Oh, it
kinds
was
of
it
people
was a place
coming
to
in.
go for sure. Yep.
I miss it, but at the same time, I had to move on. I had to chase this other dream,
Right.
and figure out how to retire out of a fucking product instead of doing one tattoo a day. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I envy about you, motherfuckers. You guys get to make one good song. You guys could get to refine it in the studio and everything,
Right.
and then let it out. Where we just do what we do, and hopefully it comes out right. We get a
Right.
one shot
Yeah.
deal. We can't go back and edit it. Well, I mean, we can edit it on Photoshop, but it's like, hey, fucker, that's not how it looks. But yeah, and I always envy the music industry because you guys can mass produce, and that's
Right.
once you find a one hit wonder, fuck, you can make it out there pretty good.
Yeah.
versus I have to do 2, 3 tattoos a day to keep, making my money. So
Right.
I decided to go with a Chariot tattoo chair. I'm making my own tattoo chairs. I'm making tables.
Right.
The fucking tattoo industry blew up like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, yeah.
shops everywhere,
Oh
man.
yeah, they're everywhere. I feel like there's more tattoo shops here than there are Starbucks.
oh fuck yeah, yeah.
There's got to be.
What about when it comes to the music industry? You guys also blew up, or is there a lot of more people in it? You think?
It's a lot more flooded, if that's the right word. Uh, everybody's a rapper.
Yeah, everybody's trying out.
Everybody's a rapper, but I think that's just more so everybody's able to upload it.
Yeah,
So you see a lot more.
It gives you that freedom.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm sure back in the day everybody was trying to rap too, but no one. You had to know someone who had studio equipment,
Mm-hmm.
or you had to be able to pay for studio time or something like that. Nowadays, like I said, you can go.
Fuck,
spend
we got this fucking little microphone thing for $250.
Yeah, I was gonna say you go spend $200-300 and you can record an album in your room.
Yeah.
You don't need to have all these connections and stuff like that. You can.
At one time, I was paying homie at least $200-300, or sometimes I would give him some money just to do voiceovers.
Right.
And just kind of like we had a star help us out with voiceovers. Finding a place that was quiet, and we didn't even know how to hook up the fucking mic to the computer or this or that,
Right. Yeah.
And now we're like, dude, we can actually do this, but it's probably the same thing. Everybody's watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Everybody's giving little trade secrets and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned all this shit to two things: reading books, and then YouTube.
Yep.
I became Mr. Computer, a little weird, but not big to genius. But if I was a genius, I wouldn't have got my fucking Instagram stolen. I would have got it back. But you're probably the same too, huh? You got your computer, you do your own.
Yeah.
Your own. What are you using on the computer? A Mac or a PC?
I use a Mac, and then I use the Studio One Pro.
Fucking Macs are the best. When it comes to artists, I recommend Macs.
Yeah, for sure.
If you want to play games, if you want to do other stuff, go use a fucking PC. But when I look at if you look at documentaries of all these old rappers, if you look what they're using for their editing, it's a Mac.
Oh yeah, anyone will tell you for music and audio stuff like that. They're gonna tell you go use a Mac.
Yeah, sure. And it's fucking trippy as hell because a long time ago I had my homie tell me Macs are for artists, PCs are for fucking workers.
Right.
Yeah. And if you want to record and shit like that, a PC will keep popping in once in a while. You want a bigger dick? You want some pussy this weekend? Check out the new porn,
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, I'm fucking trying to record this shit.
Right.
And the same thing,
Yeah.
I remember one time we used to, at Stingray, we went and got a PC. Somebody convinced us to get a PC. It was so embarrassing trying to show the client we're trying to look up a thing, and you want bigger dick pills? You want this? It's like, hold on, let me shut this window. You shut one and another pops up.
Yeah.
It was just so annoying. And with Macs, you don't get none of that shit.
Right.
You get to work, no disturbance, no fucking viruses coming in, none of that shit.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good comparing to PC. Don't fucking invest in a PC if you're an artist. Invest in a Mac. So when is your next event coming?
As far as rapping or just
anything that you got booked, that way we can let people know.
Honestly, I don't have anything booked right now.
All right, motherfucker, somebody book them.
When shows pop up, the homie Guilty One usually is the one that will hit me up.
Guilty?
Yeah.
I know that vato. I think he knows me. I don't. He keeps popping up on my feed left and right.
Okay, yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure he probably knows me.
Yeah. So anytime there's a show, he's usually the one to hit me up.
He's the one that
He's the one that put me on. Yeah.
Cool. What about? Do you ever heard of those guys drinking with clowns? You ever go see those guys play?
No.
Drinking with Clowns?
No, I've never heard of them.
Before Drinking with Clowns is a pretty cool music. I think there are 5 of them, or 4 or 5. But one of them, Chris, used to play with Gusano.
Okay.
And Gusano was a Mexican death metal kind of group that I
Okay.
used to sponsor
Okay.
from Stingray, and then they kind of broke up, and then Drinking with Clowns. One or two of the guys moved to Drinking with Clowns,
Okay.
and it's kind of like nice, cool bar music.
Right.
They're all Mexicans and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. No, I've never heard of them.
Yeah,
I'll have to look them up.
Look them up. They got some really good English and Spanish and
Okay.
cumbia beats and
Okay.
and new stuff.
Yeah.
They're pretty good motherfuckers. But last time, that's pretty much, I haven't been around the music scene. I've been locked up for the last 3 or 5 years, or even since the COVID happened. I've been concentrating on other shit. But,
Right.
I haven't gone out to shows. I used to go to concerts and shit like that. But
Yeah.
something happened to me when I was in my 40s or whatever, where I finally saw Past the Smoke.
Right.
And I didn't see the artists no more. I just saw the performers and stuff like
Right.
that, and it's so weird
Right.
because I don't have that magic no more.
Right.
When you see these fucking group come up and rah rah rah, you're like, fuck, this is so cool, man. Once that shit happened, it's so weird to look at bands anymore.
Really?
And and it sucked because it happened with Slayer.
Oh, what?
Yeah. you know because music they create a lot of smoke, we can say, with the lights and
Right.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you're already high as hell, or been doing mushrooms or whatever, or drinking. You see the music and you feel it a whole different way.
Right.
But when you see it almost like behind the scene, where I see, oh, this guy's working, this guy's this and that, it took that magic away from me.
Right.
And I wish I could go back to that fucking shit.
Man, I hope that don't happen to me.
No, hopefully it doesn't happen to you, because I loved
Yeah,
it,
'cause I still enjoy going to see people live, and
Well, yeah, you're a musician, but
Yeah.
but still being able to see that magic from
yeah,
behind,
yeah, exactly.
seeing from both sides and still having that drive. For
Right.
me, it was almost weird. It's kind of like once I learned how to edit,
Right.
and watching movies is fucking way different now.
Yeah.
It sucks watching movies because you're like, oh, the light is not right and this and that.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Yeah.
you instead of fucking enjoying the movie, you're criticizing it.
Right.
And
Right, yeah.
and like, can you get at the fucking story? This guy's killing this girl, and get back to the fucking horror flick, but
Yeah.
the light is not right.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so weird because
Yeah.
I
Well,
wish
I was a chef for like 11 years. So when I go to eat places, like, it's hard for me to enjoy some food that I know I can make better. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for me to go to certain places and eat stuff because I'm like,
you do the Anthony Bourdain thing, like, I need to talk to the chef. I
yeah,
wanna,
because and my family have told me that too. Like, man, like, why you got to come to places that we like and then you make it at home and then, like, you make it better. Now we can't come here no more.
Whoa.
Because, like, it don't taste the same no more. They like mine better. So, like,
And where were you doing the chef at?
it was in Oregon. I lived in Oregon for like 11 years.
Damn, they deported you to Oregon. Why is Reno reporting Mexicans to Oregon? Who were you chasing over there? What were you chasing over there?
No, actually, my wife's family is they were living up there, and I went up there to meet them, pretty much visit them before we were married.
When she
And,
captured your heart.
Yeah, and I fell in love with the place. I was like, I gotta come live here for a little bit.
Damn, I still haven't gone to Oregon. I
It's
mean,
beautiful.
I want to go,
We lived
but
right on the ocean. It was called Gold Beach, Oregon.
in
So
the
it was right on the
restaurant,
beach.
was it
The restaurant
family owned or just the place you went to work?
Honestly, when we first moved to Oregon, we opened up our own restaurant.
That's even better, cabrones.
We
Pinche
opened-
entrepreneurs.
We opened up our own restaurant, and we had it for a couple years. It was doing good, but something happened with the business side of things with like a partner. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
we had to just kind of walk away from it.
Yeah, well,
And
it
then,
happens. Business is not easy.
Yeah, so we kind of fell on hard times when we did that because didn't really have a backup plan. Kind of happened out of nowhere. So I ended up going from owning my own restaurant to being a dishwasher at another restaurant.
Hey, cabron, I feel something familiar over here. Going from owning my own shop to working for Jay.
But yeah, ended up being a dishwasher at another place, and within, I would say, 3 months, was the manager of the place.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they figured out
was
that
the
you had talent.
manager was the manager and head cook there. So
It moved up quick. You didn't,
yeah.
once.
Yep.
But they started you as a dishwasher. Why?
Yeah.
Just because.
Because that's the job that they had open at the time.
Oh, so you're like, fuck it,
I had
I'll creep up real
we had
quick.
A friend of ours, rest in peace. Also, her name was Glory. She hit me up, knowing that, I was looking for a job, and she was a waitress there. She was like, "Hey, they got dishwasher job if you want it." I had a little baby girl, so I was like, I'll take it.
You ever go like this? I can do better.
But like I said, I had to do what I had to do to.
Yeah, I know what it's like. I used to call it car dealing when I
Yeah.
was a dishwasher. My first job here in Reno at the Comstock, I was a dishwasher. And of course, you don't want to go around telling people I'm a dishwasher.
Yeah.
So what do you do for a dealer? I'm a dealer. I stack and deal dishes.
Yeah, I mean, so I did that, and it was a family-owned business, and they're still really good friends of mine to this day.
Oh, cool.
I've been back in Reno since we moved back February of 2020, a month before COVID hit and shut everything down.
So COVID also changed your life. Don't tell me that's when you like really serious went after the rapping.
No, to be honest, I didn't put any of my music out until I was, I believe, like 30. And like I said, I was rapping since I was 12. I usually kind of just did it for like my own enjoyment, my own hobby. I never thought about like putting it out like that. And then my uncle was killed by the Sparks PD.
Ah, cabrón.
For no reason, pretty much.
See, I told you, maybe we need to behave.
Damn. Yeah, they pretty much for no reason, But I wrote a song dedicated to him, talking about it, and I didn't quite finish the song when I had seen Baby Bash. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
Sings Sugar Sugar.
Yeah.
On Instagram, he used to have a thing every Tuesday, which was called Talent Tuesdays, right? And he would pick like 8 people in the live feed, and he'd like FaceTime with them or whatever, Instagram Live, and they could do whatever they wanted, and then everyone would vote who they thought the best was, and then you would win. I think sometimes he gave people an ounce of weed.
So he's kind of doing his own little star search through Instagram.
Yeah. So I decided, I'm gonna go on there, and I explained to him, about my uncle and stuff, and I told him I wrote a song about him, and it's not quite done, but I feel like right now is the time that I want to kind of let people know about it. So he's all right, and I did it, and he shut the competition down. He was like, you won. He said, there ain't no voting today. Like, you win.
Ace.
So that was the day
you knew you had something.
Because he had hit me up and was like, hey, like, you need to put that record out. If you want, like, I'll fly you down here to record it, this and that. So that, like, instilled in me and gave me the confidence to be like, you know what, maybe I should be putting my music out there, And that's when I started to put my music out.
Shit,
about 9 years ago.
That's fucking cool, and sometimes it takes that little one move, like, should I fucking go do it, or should I just keep walking?
Yeah, and that was, like I said, that was the push. And also coming from him, because before he was Baby Bash, that most people know him now, he was from a group called Latino Velvet.
Okay.
From the 90s, and these are another guys that inspired me too, and his name was actually Baby Beach at the time. And so having one of the, like, my favorite artists tell me these things about my music was really what solidified my confidence in putting my music out there.
Man, that's good. I'm glad that somebody, gave you that inspiration finally and stuff like that, because it's hard to believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are talented, they don't see themselves talented.
Right.
When I take on tattoo artists And I tell him it takes me 1 year to convince this motherfucker that he's talented
Right.
and that he should be charging this much money or that much money.
Right.
But some guys, when it comes to art, we don't know what to sell it at, how much
Right.
to charge for it.
Right.
Sometimes we're like, no, I can sell it to you for this price because I made mistakes. Right away, we start pointing out the mistakes
Yeah.
and shit like
Yeah,
that.
They probably never even saw him.
We're insecure,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it takes somebody else sometimes to push you and say, hey, fucker,
Exactly.
you're more than that, man. You
Exactly.
should start looking at yourself in the mirror a little bit different.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And I was always I was a super shy kid. Like
So
I didn't like really talk to anybody in school when I was little. I was like really shy.
The lonely
and
one?
then I mean, I wouldn't say lonely. I had friends and stuff, but I was just super quiet.
so there's no way you thought you'd be on the stage.
Exactly. Like I tell people this day, like, how am I the one that is on the stage and all you guys are down here? Like, I was the one that was always super embarrassed about anything that, like, any attention that was brought to me.
How'd
Yeah,
you get over that fear? Baby Bash
I
did it.
don't- I mean, he gave me the confidence in that aspect of like put my
Yeah,
music
you got
out
the
there.
confidence, but you still got to get up there on stage
Exactly.
and perform
Exactly,
and do the
honestly,
moves.
The first time I performed, I was like super nervous, right? But I also tell people once that music hit, my confidence in me knowing my lyrics and what I can do,
No problem.
it went away.
You're in your domain.
As soon I was in my element. As soon as that music played and it was ready for me to rap, all that nervousness was gone. And
Shit.
now, like, even this last show that we did on Saturday at the Best of Show,
Uh-huh.
it was weird that I had no like nervousness like the whole time going into the show. My daughter was terrified.
She's 16 or 17?
She's 16.
16,
She
and you
just
think
turned
she'll also, from seeing you, hey, if Daddy can do it, I should be able to do this in the future.
I like coached her into.
Welcome to Graffiti City, your one-stop shop for graffiti supplies. From spray paint to markers, caps, and merch, we've got it all. Let's get creative. GraffitiCityNV.com.
This CBD-infused cream provides targeted comfort with a zesty, refreshing scent. Find your relief today at ktapothecary.com.
When I got her on the song that she's on, she never sang in front of me. I heard her one day in her room singing, I think it was a Selena song. I heard her in there singing, and I was like, I already had this song written. I usually would sing my own hooks, right? And I was like, you know what? I went in there, knocked on the door. I was like, come here real quick. I want you to do something for me. And I sang her the hook, wrote it down for her, and I was like, now I want you to sing it for me. But I want you to kind of put your own
flair.
your own flair on it. Sing it how you would sing it. And she sang it, and that's what we went with. You know what I mean? And now she's performing with me. When we were going into the show, she was so nervous. She would say, "This is the only time I'm ever gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this again." Right? And after we did it, she can't wait for the next one.
She's so hyped up.
She's ready for the next show. Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
So yeah. Like I said, that was something I never fathomed. That would be an option for me.
How's your lady feel about it?
She was crying she was in the crowd crying, recording, crying. Her little girl up there, with her dad.
Damn. How many kids you guys got?
I have 3.
3? Is she the oldest?
16, 12, and 7.
Oh, damn. Almost like what? 4 years apart, 3 years, 5 years sometime.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're looking up to her too, the other two.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they bump heads, but
yeah, but it's kind of nice to see your older sister performing.
Oh, I brought my youngest son up on stage with me too. I kind of gave him the mic. He knows all my lyrics.
Oh,
so I kind of gave him the mic too, and that's what he tells me, Dad, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a performer. And I'm like, you know what, you are.
Yeah.
We call him a little jukebox. Any song that comes on the radio, doesn't matter what station it is, he knows it.
Man,
word for word.
That's cool when you got talent in the family like that, and
Yeah.
everybody is enjoying the music and stuff like that. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
I have an uncle that has his wife and I think it's her sister or whatever, and it was trippy as hell. One time we were at a funeral and they started singing. And I was like, "What the fuck? I didn't know that. You know that we have this kind of talent in the family."
Right.
And yeah, they're just singers. They love to sing,
Right.
and it was just fucking really cool to see that. And I'm pretty sure you know your family is going to be a singing family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or they're all about the music. They really
Yeah.
enjoy concerts
Right.
and things like that. You know.
Yeah. My youngest son, he, like I said, he loves music. He's playing music all the way until the time he goes to bed. He's in his room just singing, rapping. Doesn't matter what it is.
That's cool. Hopefully in the future we'll see him, and then maybe we can get backstage passes or something like that. Because I used to sneak into concerts and shit. Me and Mickey, you know what we used to do? There was a couple of times that concerts came right here to what's the one from Rail City?
It used to be the Oasis.
Yeah, the Oasis. We used to go there, and they used to have rap concerts, or they used to have death metal concerts.
Right.
And we didn't have money to go in, so we would go and just act like we were working and start grabbing shit and put it in through the back door. Hey, what do you need this? What do you? And then we just go and start fucking. We get into the mosh pit. We would, but we just, we look like we just workers. Hey, you want me to help you with that? We see the band members. Yeah, grab that one. All right. We would just go in like we're part of the crew, and then we would sneak over there and fucking start getting some drinks, and
Right.
we did that about 3 or 4 times, different little things, just grab a box or something and walk in through the back.
Yeah.
Security would look at us. No, we're with the band. We're helping.
There you go.
And sneak in. And we were into death metal. We were into fucking getting in there and moshing.
Right.
Moshing is probably that's when music moves you. When
when
music
you're in there-
moves you to the point that you can't control yourself, you want to
Yeah.
go destroy and fucking
Yeah.
mosh. If the music is not good, you're not gonna fucking rock out
Right.
But if the music is fucking that
Yeah,
badass,
you're feeling it.
you start wobbling your head and let's go, motherfucker.
I've never been in a mosh pit, but
Oh, you should,
they-
man.
yeah,
it's
they
a
heard they get
it's a
crazy.
good it's a good way for me. It was a good way to get my anger situation out. Go in there, beat up people, get beat up at the same time,
right,
and not get arrested.
right,
And once in a while we go to a concert. Oh fuck, I have so much anger in life, with the business and everything. Marriage life could be stressful and all that shit. So
right.
it's just go in there and bash some people up and smash some motherfuckers, and also you're getting your ass kicked too.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
not just giving it out. You're gonna come
Yeah, you
out.
gotta receive it too.
I remember one time this little kid came up, whoop, did a karate kick right in my fucking face. Boom. By the time that kid went back to his buddy to tell him that, he just done that, I was right there. Boom.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I got security guards. Nah, you ain't bossy, you're fighting. Get the fuck out.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
getting, I got carried out with my,
really?
oh yeah. It was funny as hell, And then the next thing you know, Mike, hey, where you going? I'm getting kicked out, fucker. But yeah, the mosh pit is a good way to release your anger.
Yeah.
And enjoy the fucking music.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to get super, super happy on R&B music and this and that. It's not my type.
Right.
My type is fucking angry ass music.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I went to see Ozfest. That was hella fun.
Ozfest?
Moshing in a big old mosh pit. And
Yeah.
I went to see, what's his name? Hatebreed. Hatebreed. Oh, fuck. That was a fun mosh pit. I had to get my kid out of the mosh pit. We were
really?
right in the middle, me and my little kid. I think she was at the time 12 or 13. And Blanca, my kid, I took her to a mosh pit. And I took her to a concert. We're going to see, all these fucking Ozfest. And we're watching. And next thing you know, we're right in the middle of the mosh pit. And everybody's moshing. Oh, shit. I had to, honey, grab on close to me. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Had to get her all the way out to the thing. Stay right here. I'll be right back. Get right back in there. And my kid, I come out. What happened? I'm beat up. I'm good. It was so fucking fun, man, and being in one of the biggest fucking mosh pits, and that was Hatebreed.
Yeah.
I mean, this fucking thing was huge. And then I like to go against the grain. Everybody's going this way. You turn
you
around.
go the other way.
And you want to fucking punch and hit and this and that.
Right.
And see if you can make it back to your safe spot. If you make it, all right, take a breather. If not, you get carried right back up. And, but yeah, that was, to me, when I go to music festivals, the mosh pit was the shit to go to,
Right.
That was the fun.
Right.
Mexican music, of course, vamos a bailar con los Wookiee, los Yonix.
Yeah.
I for me, rap was not something that I kind of enjoyed.
Right.
Just because it wasn't something that it made me move.
Right.
But I understand it. I understand the complicity of it. Writing your lyrics, coming up with the twinkle twinkles.
Yeah.
That shit ain't easy.
No, it's not.
Especially once I started playing with my own little things. I was trying to put music on videos.
Right.
My own little commercials or shit like that, and fuck, it's not easy, putting, writing a cool little sound of this and that, and then overlapping different stuff and trying to make it sound good.
Yeah. And honestly, like I make all my beats. I have a keyboard that has like the drum pad and everything on it, right? And I'm not a piano player by any
but
means,
that's the beat thing.
But it takes me a lot longer than probably a lot of beat makers to make a beat, because I have to sit there and listen for the note that that I can hear in my head.
Yeah, you're writing music.
You know what
That's
I mean?
a writing. You're writing
Right.
music. And
Yeah.
it's like tee tee, okay, tee tee, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Tee,
and once I find it, there it is.
yeah, and then now you gotta tee tee tee, okay. Now you gotta combine this one to that one.
Exactly.
And by the time you fucking get 5-7 little twinkles, it's already been 30-40 minutes.
Yeah. So I've seen people make beats that are like classically trained in piano, and they don't got to think about it. They just do it. So it's a little harder for me to do it, but I feel like that helps me because I kind of take more time into it. I'm working on it more. I'm kind of like dissecting what I wanted to hear like.
And who you're learning from? Others, or you're learning from yourself?
I taught myself.
So and that's probably hella hard if you don't have somebody
when I was
to
like
help you.
13, 14, I had got like a little program on the computer. Back in the day, it was still not as like advanced as it is now, obviously. So I was just kind of learning how to do stuff like that, getting a little Casio keyboard that you can record on the keyboard, and you would only had like 5 different instruments that you could add to it. But that's like how I would learn. And then once I actually got into other softwares, it kind of transferred over a little bit. You know what I mean?
And you also see the upgrades.
Exactly. I was like,
fuck, it
this
can
is
do this,
cool.
it can do that.
You got more sounds, you got effects and stuff like that. You got more stuff you can do.
And these programs also come with sound effects like choppers, dogs barking,
all kinds of shit,
doors slamming,
anything you could think of.
Yeah, everything. Bubbles, fucking inspirational horror scenes, or it got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes a hammer, whatever.
Yeah. And then also learning like what different type of microphones that you should be using. Before I just thought, you just need a microphone. Nah, it's way more complex than that.
We're learning because we started with, I don't know, it's mobile. Hopefully it's okay. This is what we're learning with, but hopefully one day we'll move up to the next brand, the one that's all diamond and covered with gold. But for right now, we're dealing with eBay's mobile micro. Hey, we were trying to show off to Flaco. Flaco, you should do this. We didn't even know how to hook up the first time. Yeah.
Like, maybe you guys should try this. Yeah, you're right, huh?
No, we were.
But he said I had a comment like, hey, maybe you should try this. Like, you already do like these fucking idiots.
Yeah, no, Flaco knows his shit.
We didn't know that. We thought he was just a fucking barber. Like that was his only thing. Then he starts telling us, "Oh, I got a recording studio. I got this." I'm like, "You could have helped us with this shit." I mean, he did help us, but it's like you could have told us because we were trying to show off.
Yeah. No, that's where we. That's where I like record my music now.
Over there on 4th Street.
Yeah.
We been to his shop, and then he tells us, "Oh, yeah, the whole thing. I got recording
you
studios."
guys went and checked it out?
Yeah, we went to his old barber shop. You know,
Right, above the distillery or
we took
Harley
a barber
Davidson?
chair. We actually went over there and borrowed a chair from him so we could do experiments.
Oh, okay.
And he let us do it. Next thing you know, we hooked him up with a electric hydraulic barber chair.
Yeah, I've got my hair cut in it before.
Yeah, you like that
Oh, yeah,
motherfucker?
it's badass.
It's like lowrider.
Yeah. The first time he hit me with it, he didn't even warn me.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. But yeah, no, it's a cool chair.
Yeah,
but-
he's telling me that, it's like, dude, the clients love it, and I don't have to fucking keep
Pump
doing
it,
the little
yeah.
pump. I just, so he was like our first experiment.
Right.
And then from there, we actually had sold the chair to a girl and fucking, what's that? Past Minden and Gardnerville.
Okay.
We sold the chair to a girl, and so we experimented with Flaco. Then we experimented with another one. By the time Homegirl got a chair, I had already experimented with 3 chairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm still like, I went back and fixed whatever glitches and shit like that, which I'm very grateful to homie for letting me, and also give me insights.
Right.
Oh, this needs to be tighter. This needs to be this. You need to make this like that.
Yeah, because he uses it every day, so he'll be the one to find that shit out.
Yeah, and I'm trying to break into the hair industry.
Yeah.
And apparently he's not just famous in the fucking rapping and all that. He's also famous in the hair industry.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
and he like judges like competitions and shit like that. So
yeah,
he's known for sure.
And fucking homie right here, I didn't, I don't get my hair cut. I just let my buffalo hair. But this fucker is the one that told me, hey, I got a homie over here. He can help us out at least with this barber chair shit.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to him. And now I'm breaking into the hair industry. I'm trying to fucking put my products in there. Hopefully I can retire from this shit.
Yeah, I'll spread the word. My sister, she actually owns a salon.
Okay.
Right on the 3rd floor of the Sparks Floors.
Okay.
Right here, right down the street.
Oh, right down the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, let them know that
Meraki Salon.
I can build them barber chairs, and and also this is electric. It'll last them a long time.
Yeah.
And it's got wheels, so they can take it places.
Yeah.
And we're desperately trying to break into that because I see that there's a lot more barbers and hair cutting places than tattoos.
Being a barber's blowing up right now too.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Everybody's
it's
trying to be a
fucking
barber.
insane.
Everybody's trying to.
I want to get some of those cool lines on my side, but I got my whole head tattooed.
Yeah.
I don't know how that shit is gonna look. You
Yeah,
know?
you could probably do something with it.
He'll start doing what the fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't do it. You got an ugly face back here. I got the Aztec calendar in the back.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna, it's like, nah, you might just want to shave it all or whatever. But yeah, it'd be interesting. But they're doing all kinds of, and all their barber shit is cordless too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
everything is cordless, just like us.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, I was also trying to present my little table to the barbers, and they pretty much kind of like fuck off, and
Right.
And yeah, it wasn't easy breaking into that environment, but finally I figured out how to make this barber chair.
Right.
And homegirl hit me up, hey, can you make me a barber chair, an electric barber chair? And that was from another girl that I made her a chair for doing the eyelashes.
Okay.
When she does the esthetician eyelashes. Yep. and so I hooked her up with a hydraulic one, so she doesn't have to be like this. She's more like, has her back. Of course, her neck is going to be like this a little bit, but her back is more straighter. And
right.
Oh my God! And homegirl, she likes to talk about her product, and she told the other friends, and it was a good investment because I hooked her up with a good deal and told her, come on, I want to get into this, also the estheticians and shit like that, because I know there's a market there.
Right.
And it's blowing up right now. Well, it's been blowing up. Somebody just let me know in Tucson, Bert's daughter, Raph, this shit has been going on for the last 18 years. I've been doing it for 18 years. Lisa. And I was like, fuck, I thought it was just something new. Maybe it's new to me because I'm seeing it over and over on
Yeah.
Instagram and TikTok
Yeah.
and all that shit. But yeah, it's an environment that it's there, and I'm
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to break in with my hydraulic systems.
Yeah.
So that's cool. What else? What do you do for fun when you're not rapping and stuff like that? What
Well,
do you do for hobbies?
I'm part of a lowrider club.
So you got
Western Ways. That's what I'm.
Órale.
Everything I'm wearing right now, pretty much. Western Ways Car Club. We also so pretty much the adults are Western Ways Car Club, and then our kids are Western Ways Lowrider Bicycle Club.
Oh, so you got little lowriders and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
we got lowrider bikes. We probably have like 35 plus bikes in the car club
I did one.
or in the bicycle
I
club.
kind of built one for my kid, and I still have the frame. Maybe I should donate it to you guys. You guys can do a little better than what we did.
Oh, we'll trick it
I'll,
out. For
I'll
sure.
ask my kid if she wants to let it go. It's a lowrider car. It's a lowrider old school
Right.
frame that I got from some people.
Okay.
And then we tried to make it into a cool lowrider, and then my kid grew up and this and that. But maybe I should donate it. I still have it in my backyard. I don't want to get rid of it. And if you guys do some fancy stuff with it, I'd rather see somebody else do
We would trick it out for
fancy
sure.
stuff,
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
my kid,
All the kids that are in the bike club, we've all got them a bike, and by me saying that is like a bike off of like Facebook Market or something.
yeah. And now they have to
upper.
now they have to
You know,
fix
It's
put
a
it
and
together.
now what color you want to paint it? What kind of seat do you want on it? What kind of rims do you want? They have a say in everything that they want to do to their bike. It's your bike.
And
What do
you
wanna
teach
do
them
to it?
mechanically how to do
And
all
then,
this stuff.
Yeah, and then guess what? You're helping put it together. You're gonna help in everything. When we gotta tape stuff off to paint it, grab the tape. They're learning how to build these bikes also. So
Okay.
we're not just doing it for them and then here's your
Yeah,
bike.
here's
ride
your-
it. No, they get pride in being part of every decision in that bike.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah, I
that's their little
That's
their little
yeah.
lowrider.
And then when we go to shows, we literally have to like rent U-Hauls to take all these bikes for these kids. Yeah, I mean, we show and people know like, oh, Western Ways here, you guys ready to back in the semi?
I'll talk to
full
my
of
daughter,
bikes.
see if she's willing to let go of the bike.
Yeah.
Because we kind of nobody's riding, it's
Right.
just there. But I would love to somebody put
Yeah,
it
we
back
would appreciate
together
that.
and fucking. It's got a cool little tank. It's got
Yeah.
an old school little tank.
Okay.
That looks like it used to be like for a flashlight.
Oh yeah,
And that's what we kind of like about that motherfucker.
yeah,
And we kind of took off the plastic, but we like that little tank.
right.
And it's already got some, I think, curve
Okay,
handlebars and shit like that. You just gotta hook up the chain. The chain is,
yeah.
but yeah, it's a redo. They
Yeah,
have to take it apart.
We go through these bikes and we like completely restore them.
And how many cars you guys got in the club?
We have 13 members, and some members have multiple cars. So we probably have 15 to 20 cars.
Do you guys collect them, or do you guys ever fix them and sell them?
Well, one of my cousins, he can't have a car for more than like 2 months. He's known for buying cars, fixing them up real quick, and getting
and
rid of
flipping
them.
them?
Yeah. But he has one car that he's had for a long time. That's his baby. He won't never get rid of that one. But he's known for picking up cars and getting rid of them. But I'm actually trying to get rid of my truck that I have. I have a lowrider truck, and I have a family of 5, and that truck only fits 3.
Uh-oh.
So
Down to
in
more
order
up to a minivan.
I actually just bought that Fleetwood that you saw me roll up in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a boat right there.
Yeah,
man.
oh yeah, and if it'll fit the family of 5 now.
Damn, yeah. That looks like a fucking long ass caddy.
It is.
Like, dude, are you sure this shit is gonna fit? I even have to move my truck.
Yeah.
What year is that one?
It's a 94.
94.
Fleetwood Broham.
That's a nice one, man. Have you ever been in a Lincoln?
Oh yeah.
Lincolns are fucking
Oh
smooth,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I used to own a Lincoln.
fucking T-Bone when we bought that Lincoln from homegirl. We got in it. Oh man, it's like a luxury ass fucking car. You get in this motherfucker, you're like, you feel like you're pimping right away.
that's how that Fleetwood is. I pretty much got like a leather couch in the back seat. You know.
Yeah, you just fucking you wish you had the TV on right there so you can just relax. They're real hella comfortable, but they're fucking big old boats.
Yeah. Like I said, I just bought it not too long ago, less than a month ago. So I haven't done nothing to it yet. I still got a lot of work to do to that thing.
Oh, you're gonna fucking.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some hydraulics on it. Maybe
talk about hydraulics.
Do patterns. Do pinstripe it, stuff like that.
You guys need some dumps? I got a whole bunch of fucking dumps.
Do you?
Hydraulic dumps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they might probably work better for you guys. And then these guys, I got like 10 or 20 of them.
Oh, shit.
And I know they're not cheap. The ones I was getting, maybe I'll fucking sell them to you guys. And see what you guys can. Because for some reason they will get stuck on my chair.
I'll use them for the chair.
Yeah. Right now the pump that I'm using, it's got the dump and everything on the fucking block.
Oh shit.
You got the motor, the block, and the tank.
Yeah.
And the fucking block, it's got the dump and the everything. All you have to do is connect one line and that's it.
Damn.
Versus, you have to have the dump over here connected to the fucking,
right,
and then you also
lines,
have the check valve and the other valve on the other side, the regulating valve and all that. And no, this whole thing is in the fucking block.
Damn.
It's built in the block.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if the lowrider guys will want to use those for their thing, because that would avoid. I know it looks cool when you got all the lines and the dumps and stuff that, but right now I'm using the ones that I'm using. They're actually for dump trucks.
Really?
Yeah, the dump truck.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm using and to me, once I figure out, like, how am I gonna how am I gonna hook up the dump? It only has one line coming out.
Right.
Like the other one has a pump and the return.
Yeah.
This one only has one line, so I'm like, and then once I started reading the manual, motherfuckers, everything is in the fucking the whole dump and everything. The check valve is built into the block.
Right.
And it cost me fucking $400 cheaper than doing, because I was using CC lowrider dumps.
Oh yeah.
Pumps. Yeah, the pump is $400. The with the lines another $200, and then you got the check valve and the fucking the regulating valve, and then you got the fucking dump. That's another $150. By the time I put that together, it's $750.
Right.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting this whole pump and everything all together for $250, and only one line. I don't have to do two lines and shit like that.
Damn, that's a deal.
It's working pretty good. I like it.
Right.
But yeah, I'm using lowrider technology.
Yeah.
On my chairs.
Hell yeah.
And
that's cool. I knew it had to have been hydraulic just from the sound of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But that's why on that one it only has one line. That's why you would like, where's the dump? Where's all this? Where's all the other lines that go to that? No, it's they're all in that block. And that technology is a good old friend of mine showed me that, and I didn't kind of get it, and I still have that pump in my house until one day I started taking it apart, and then I looked into other pumps, and that's when I fucking realized, oh shit, everything is in here.
Right.
For lowriders it looks cool because you put the pumps,
chrome pumps,
and
chrome
you got
wires,
the chrome lines and everything, and it looks hella nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder why you guys haven't figured out how to use just one line.
I don't know. I think people are just more like traditional and old
school. Or somebody they haven't figured it out. Like it took me a while
maybe
to
someone
figure it out.
has, and we just haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of traditions just like carry on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think people like you said, the chrome pumps, the flashiness of it.
Yeah, when I took the pump for the first time, it had the motor exposed and everything. And, oh no, you got to put a cover on that. We don't like that.
Right.
So I put a cover on that. You know, But I like it with no cover because
Yeah.
I like seeing the gears and all the cool
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, we need a cover of that, you know?
Right.
I'm like, really? But you can easily just air out the fucking
Yeah.
the hair or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's what I had to do for the graffiti guys
Okay.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
So you guys got a lot of things going on. You guys got car clubs. You guys got your hip hop thing going on.
Yep.
What else can you plug in? Anything that you want to plug in? Maybe because I think we plugged in you got your Instagram. Plug in your Instagram. So
My
we can-
Instagram is BigJulzLoc. It's BigJulzLoc. My music is on every streaming platform under Big Jules, BigJulz. That's pretty much it. I work a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna catch up. Maybe like in a month or whatever. We can probably do another one.
Yeah, I'm down.
Or if you guys got a show that you guys want to promote or something, we come in. Let's talk about it. Let's promote it. It doesn't have to be a long podcast. We can do 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Little-
As far as the lowrider community, we always have like lowrider shows going on, especially in the summers. One almost every weekend. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
well, you guys do them at the deer park or just wherever?
No, actually now it's usually at Idlewild now.
Idlewild?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
you guys have to get a permit, or you guys
Nope.
just show up and
Just
park?
show up and park.
Yeah.
So we get there early.
Oh, you
I
get
mean,
there
everyone
early.
gets there
Because
early,
you can
gets
also
their
get a
spot.
permit from the city or from the Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That way you can have the whole barbecue.
Yeah, I'm
and-
pretty sure some of the guys that throw events there do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but for the most part, a lot of times,
You don't need it.
No,
You know,
we
just
just
show
show
up
up.
and
Yeah.
park and
yep,
You
we
know?
kind of just take it over.
yeah, let the people come
Yeah.
and see
And the lowrider community here is actually like growing.
yeah, it's getting bigger. You know,
It's growing. We're getting a little bit more organized, and people are getting together, and it's always a good time. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for like 4 years now, and as far as our club goes, being established, you know, and we're definitely seeing
the growth.
the growth, but also the respect. You know, I hardly ever see any problems go down.
No more
Every-
fights like it
every-
wasn't
no.
back in the day.
No, back in the day was crazy.
Well,
you know,
you go
see
to a
lowriders-
car show,
and
sooner
that
or
kinda
later the
gave-
clickers are gonna meet up. Somebody's gonna see somebody they don't like,
yeah,
and
and that kind of gave people,
putazos
yeah, it
empiezan.
kind of gave it a bad name, you know. But
I
for the
was
most
one
part,
of them.
everyone, for the most part, like everyone gets along. You know what I mean? It's cool. You know what I mean? It's always a good vibe. Always like carne asada cooking. People got their oldies playing, their music, you know, and you just kind of mingling. You know, it's always the same people. Sometimes you might see a couple new faces, but usually it's the same people you see every weekend. But everyone's there for a common, you know,
Common cause,
yeah, you know, we're all there bringing the kids out. The kids get to show their bikes, riding their bikes around, you know. Like, it's cool. Like,
Cool,
we
cool.
really enjoy doing it.
Yeah, that way, if you guys got any events going on or things that you guys want to promote, yeah, just come on the podcast. Give me a little message on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then we'll hook it up. you
Yeah,
know?
I'm down for sure.
And, you know, maybe we'll get lonely with your homie. What's his name? Fuck, I think I know him. A lot of people know me more than I know them.
Guilty One?
Guilty one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he owns a store, Wild West Liquidators,
Okay.
over like by Rock in like Glendale area.
Man, this vato sounds so familiar. And then everybody tells me, yeah, you know each other.
Yeah, he's been
I
doing
lo-
music for
I
a long
lost my
time
memory,
too.
cabron, so I can't remember this guy or that guy. You know, people coming up to me, remember me, fucker? Not really, not right now.
Yeah,
And then they explain to me, I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
right.
So that's the other reason I'm doing the podcast. I'm trying to document my life, document my shit, so I can go back and say, oh, this time I was doing this. At this time I
Right.
was talking about my arrest. At this time I was talking about this and that, you know, because I don't want to lose my history or my memory.
Yeah,
You know, it's bad enough that I closed my shop down and all my stories are also, you know, kind of
yeah,
disappear. Some of them, you know, and I'm also interviewing some of my clients so I can maybe hopefully get some memory back
right.
and shit like that, you know.
Yeah,
All right. I think we're done for today.
Yeah.
All right. We're done for today. You guys have a nice one. Say goodbye to Big Jules. Thank you for coming, homie. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
You know, and check out all his music. You guys have a nice day. Bye.